What's up guys, and once again welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will see some of the safety and precaution should be taken before flight, during the flight and after the flight. So I just divided into pre-flight, in-flight and post-flight. So why you have to do this one? Because it will be really helpful when you're going to prepare yourself to capture some sceneries or everything. Because all these things are from my experience as a beginner in drone. So let's go directly into the pre-flight precaution and safety things that you have to do before you're going to fly. When it comes to pre-flight, it is directly the first thing you have to look is into your drone and its remote. So when it comes to drone and remote, the first thing you have to do is charge your drone. So every time you're going to fly, before your flight, you have to charge your drone maybe in the previous day or before, anything it is before already. So don't forget to charge your remote also. Always charge your remote also, because I have a lot of experience that I have charged the drone batteries but I have forgot to charge the remote. So it's much better always charge them together, because the charging setup is also same like that way, that you can charge the drone and the remote in the same adapter. So the next thing you will go is to the update. So every time you have to update your drone or check if there is an update or anything before you are going to fly your drone. Because sometimes maybe the update is more important, that it will not allow your drone to start one. Sometimes if you do the update and immediately if you try to fly, it can lead to hanging of the app, that is, it may crash, the app may crash sometimes in flight. So it will be little stressful. Still you can control the drone, but if your drone is out of sight from you, then you are going to really suffer a lot. So the next thing you are going to do is the pre-flight checklist. So normally itself all the drone is having a checklist, but you can also remove that one. But if you want, you can have that checklist also, that you will look into your fly app and you will do the checklist. So how to open this one, how you will remove the gimbal guard, then how you will extend the arms, then whether you will do some if you will check for if there is any IMU error or compass error, do you need to calibrate, all that thing you will do during the checklist. So always maintain a checklist to check the drone externally, physically if there is a damage, or internally if there is a damage. If there is an internal damage, you can see already in the fly app. So thoroughly check that before you are going to fly. So the next one is setting up the drone for your video, for your video capture. So what all you have to do is, you always have to set up the resolution and everything, then what ISO you need, all related to the videography. What all you have to do, you do from the initial itself. For example, you have the histogram, then you have the grid. So whatever thing you want that is related to the videography, the one that assists you for the videography or the one that is required for the videography, like resolution and everything, all that things you set before you are going to fly. Because many people are in a hurry, oh let's fly, then after that once when they are looking for the look the video, oh my god, I already missed that one, the resolution is very bad, The resolution is very high, I cannot edit it. The resolution is very low, I couldn't do anything. I put the resolution in 120. Why should I put in 120? So please prepare all that thing that is required for the video capture before you're going to fly also. That is another thing. So the next one we will go is for the storage and the ND filter. So why I'm saying about the storage? Oh, my drone is having 8 GB. I'm having a 128 GB SD card and everything. But you know, our drone always, if for example you are going to shoot a high resolution video, then it will consume a lot of storage. So for this reason, always check the drone from the house itself if there is enough space for your video shoot on that day. The next is the ND filter. So in the Air 2S, the aperture is fixed already. So normally we are going to use a ND filter. So where do we use a ND filter? ND filter are normally used to create a motion blur, to create a cinematic video, but it is not useful once when you're going to fly high to capture some scenery or something. Then it is not useful. It is useful only once when you're going to fly low and fast to create a motion blur. So always prepare your ND filter. What you're going to do? Are you going to shoot the action or you're going to shoot a scenery? If you're going to shoot the action, then you're going to use a ND filter. Other than that, the shutter speed will automatically adjust. If you're going to take a scenery, you can just put in auto mode. It will automatically adjust, depends upon our need. But if you're going to take action and if you're going to have a higher shutter speed, it will not be cinematic. So in that condition, you're going to use a ND filter. Choose your ND filter, what kind of video you're going to do. So most of the thing what I said in the previous is the one that you're going to do from your house itself or from your office, wherever you came from. Now, the another one thing you are going to do also to browse the rules and regulation in the particular place where you're going to fly. So I have a bad experience also when I am flying here in Philippines in Batangas. So in Batangas there is a Monte Maria. So in that Monte Maria, they are not allowing to take drone shoot of that Monte Maria. I don't know what is the reason, but it is not allowed. But I already prepared my drone and everything. But when I went there, they captured my drone, they erased my drone videos. So always know the rules and regulation in that particular area also. And also know if that place is crowded or not. Because you cannot fly in a crowded area, or you have to take a lot of precaution in a crowded area also. So you already prepare what you're going to do in that place. So another important thing that you're going to do is you're going to check for the obstacles, the place where you're going to fly, if there is any obstacles. For example, if you're going to take off in a place, your upper area, that is the place where you're flying, the upper overhead, your place should be clear. There shouldn't be any obstacles. So since I'm here in Philippines you can see while you're in the room, all the wires are crossing here and there. So always don't try to fly in the road or crowded area, because you can see a lot of wires that is crossing. But if it is open field, it's okay. You can already take off straight up, or you look for a place that is clear, in line of sight. Line of sight is something like straight to you. If it is fully clear, then you can take off. So I will show you some of the clip for line of sight, how it is clear and everything. You will see in the next clip. So we have done almost most of the thing that is related to the pre-flight. Now we are going to in-flight. So whenever you are going to fly the drone, that is you already start the drone, then you always wait for the satellite coverage. So if you see this Air 2S, normally it will take up to 12 to 14. Once when 12 to 14 satellites are covered already, it will update you the home point. Always wait for that home point notification. Otherwise, it is really hard for the return to home in case of emergency. So that one also I have a screen, the fly up screen recording, so you can see also what you're going to do.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
So whenever you're going to take off the drone, you should be so careful where you place your drone to take off. Most of the time it can be a launch pad, or you can do the hand launching. The reason why I'm saying is, whenever you're taking off from the ground and if there is a lot of dust or soil, that dust can enter into a gimbal and can create gimbal error. So to avoid that things, most of the people will do hand landing and take off. So while hand takeoff, you should be more careful. So I have a video also to show how it is. So in the hand takeoff, when you press continuously and takeoff is already initiated, you wait for the drone to give a upward pull. It should pull your hands upward, then that's the time you will release. But before that itself, you start already immediately. Once when the the propeller rotate, if you release, the drone will flip and fall to the ground. I have seen a lot of error like that way, and I also accidentally did that to my previous drone. So you should be more careful. So the home point that you choose also shouldn't have any obstacle in the up, especially if there is any wire, or there is any roof, or if there is any tree branches or anything. The main reason why I'm saying this is, if in case of emergency, if your drone is already turning, especially sometimes we are so maculate when we are handling that, we use the full battery until it drained completely. Then automatically, when it is in the red line already, automatically it will return back. So once when it return back, before I have experience also, the drone will try to climb first. This will not happen in critical, because the one I read is already, it will undergo some safety procedure that it will not climb anymore. If it is in the red, it will not climb anymore. It will try to go straight by obstacle avoider, or it will land directly to the ground where it is. But if it is in the yellow and if it is already initiating the return to home, it will try to race fast. So if there is any obstacle in the top, it will hit and it will try to go down. Then while returning also, it will go straight overhead, then it will try to go down. So if there is any line or something, you may crash your drone. So always be careful with that one also. So now we are going for in-flight checks. What are you going to check during the flight? So the most important thing that you're going to do while in flight is to check your battery always. So before, the battery, how to check the battery is different, but now the recently it's like a circle, then you will see some green, orange and red. So to make it simple, green is already go, you are still safe. Orange is caution, it's already you are in little trouble, like you are going to it's like a warning already, to make it clear. Red is already, it's already you cross the limit already, you are in the danger position already. So the next one is navigation. So sometimes when you are in between a building or in between a forest and everything, and when you fly your drone away from it, you will have some confusion where is your drone, especially you go straight, then you take a left or something, then you travel far in the left, so already your position of the drone will be more far. In that condition, you can use your attitude indicator or the navigation bar that you can see in the left side downmost area. So I have a screen recording also, so let's go to the screen recording. So the next thing you are going to see is about the signal. So normally if you're going to move far, and if it is a little, there is any obstacles or something, and if you are too far, then you will see the signal indicator as orange. So once when you see the orange, then after the orange it will slowly reduce the point one by one. It will reduce and it will go to the least. So once when it is already least and it is no more signal, it will automatically go for return to home. So if you're in that condition, the best thing that you can do is, before it go to the return to home, you can increase the altitude of your drone. So when you increase the altitude of the drone, the signal will be good. Or you can slightly adjust your antenna also to increase the signal. So the next one you are going to see is about the sensors. So whenever you are in the sports mode, always keep in mind, whenever you're in the sports mode, or if the outside light is so dark, that is, if it is already night, the vision sensor will not work anymore. Always keep that in your mind. So always be careful when it is dark or when you're in the sports mode, which can lead to very bad accidents. Because the sensors don't work, because the sensor work with the help of the sensor itself, like a camera only. It's vision sensor. It's not with any other specialized one. It's a vision, so you cannot use during fast and during the night. So you should know some of the forces that act on the drone, especially the centrifugal force that acts on a drone. So when you move fast, then you try to turn, or if you are, especially this is dangerous when you fly low, but if you are in a higher altitude, no problem, it's not a big deal. But if you are flying low and if you do a turn, there's a possibility that drone will move outside the place where you want to fly. It can lead to accident also. Maybe you want to turn, there is an obstacle already, so you want to turn, but it will not turn in what path. Normally when it is slow, it will turn in that path you need, but when it is fast, it will not turn. It will move away from the curve that you want. So that one also can lead to accident. Then another one is stall. They used to say in aircraft stuff, I don't remember the exactly, it's already 2 years, most of the thing I have forgot, but I will explain about that stall. That is, when you fly fast and if you try to when you fly fast in the forward, then you are trying to pull it back. It will not pull back immediately, instead it will move little more forward, because the force that is acting on the drone is higher than the lifting force that is created by the propeller. So it will go, then you already give back pressure, but still it will go little more forward, then it will stop. That one also you should be little careful, especially you are chasing something, then immediately if it stop, so you try to pull it back, then it create a stall that can hit that particular. And also when you're flying low in water or in the ground, you are flying at high speed, then immediately if you try to pull it up, it may go down more and crash already. So be careful with that also. So the in-flight, most of the in-flight safety and precaution I have already explained. Now the last one is after flight or post-flight. So after flight, you are going to inspect your complete drone, if it is safe, if there is any dust or anything that will affect the gimbal. So it's like post-flight check already. How is your drone externally and internally also you will check if there is any problem, and you will also check if there is any overheating or any issue that you will already I think there is an option that you can send the feedback to DJI also, or you can take all the feedback for yourself, that what all you have to avoid and everything. So post-flight check you are going to do. So you will check out, okay, here the propeller is okay, the motor is okay, the gimbal is okay, there is no dust here. So if there is a dust or anything, then you're going to clean. Then you clean your camera lens and everything. So everything is done, then that's the time you will put inside your storage. Don't just finish, oh I will close everything and I will put, don't do that one. You just always clean before, clean or remove any dust, or do the post-flight checking or inspection, then you store the drone. Okay guys, so that's all for this video, and see you in my next video. Thank you. Please subscribe, like and comment your feedbacks in this video. Thank you, and see you in next video.